Hello, everyone. I am going to go shopping in this Peddler's Mall, and I hope you come along with me. This is one of the biggest ones that we have here in Louisville, and I haven't been here in probably over a year, so I thought it would be fun to come in and see what new things I might find. And also, I'm curious to see what the price of things are. It's crazy how vintage items just keep getting more and more expensive because the demand, I guess, keeps going up. This is a cute little room at the beginning of the Peddler's Mall. So this one little shop has rented it out. Lots of cute little things. And I love how they have everything displayed. Now these are new, these little glassed enclosure areas. And there's tons of little small things in there. But you can see how big this is. Let me know if you see something while we're shopping that you would have grabbed or you would have been interested in purchasing. I think it's fun to see what other people notice in the videos while I'm shooting. This booth had some postcards and some Valentine Day cards, but look at that, $6. That's just crazy. But I guess people will pay that much for them. But I'm looking usually to buy things in bulk, so I'm always looking for lower prices. Speaking of bulk, this booth had a lot of Valentine cards and these milk bottle caps, and they were at a good price, 30 for $3. And then I thought this was cool. A lot of us over on Patty's channel would maybe be interested in this thing. It was a bit pricey, but it was a big size. But I love the blue and the red and the white, pretty colors. But that could be fun to store our different things in. Sorry for the finger in the camera way on this one. This booth is just chock full of stuff. I like those quilts there, but they look like they're in nice condition. And just kind of doing a quick scan. Some of these booths, it's hard to actually get to the items because they have them crammed in there. Now this booth, it was very well organized, and I spotted this music fabric. I'd been wanting some music fabric for a while, so that was a nice little find. But cute little layout. I liked how they had all their linens and hankies and little crochet pieces organized. And then this basket was full of a lot of fun little crocheted pieces as well. And so many little knick-knacky things in this booth. Really like it. And these Easter tins were so cute. There was all this grungy goodness and rust, but the colors were pretty. But they were pricey at $39. So I didn't get them, but I'm sure a lot of you all who watch would probably love those little tins. I could see them full of little hankies, just really cute in the craft room, or some spools of thread. But you can see here's just another glimpse of, this is just one, probably like 1/4 or maybe even 1/8 of the size of this Peddler's Mall. It's so big. And this one is just a hot mess, this booth. It's just crammed in everywhere. But this book did catch my eye. When I go thrifting, I'm usually looking for vintage books or books with really pretty florals. I'm also looking for linens like lace and doilies and crochet pieces and maybe like lace tablecloths. There was just so much crammed back in the corner of this one, and I couldn't even get to that section back there. But I'm always on the lookout for those types of items, something unique. Buttons is another thing that I'm always looking for, and pieces of jewelry. I was tempted to buy a few of these because they weren't priced too high. It wasn't a bad deal, but I had just purchased some buttons off of Instagram, so I passed on the buttons. I'm always looking also for like music books. I'm also looking for game pieces, interesting like card games or vintage children's games. Those are things I'm kind of keeping a lookout for. Yeah, just anything that kind of catches my eye that I think I might be able to use in a journal. And I usually can't get through this entire Peddler's Mall in one visit because it's so big. And after a couple hours, I'm just kind of done. It's like I can only look for so long. And then everything just kind of starts to blend together. But it was fun seeing the Easter stuff out. I know it was early, but they got to get the stuff out there so that people can buy it if they want to decorate their home. But lots and lots and lots of stuff. I mean, look at that crazy log cabin. Um, this is one of my favorite booths I like to check out because they have all these different sheets of music and maps and all these different games. And yeah, the prices have gone up a little bit. So I had to be very selective of what I wanted to buy. I was trying to make sure I got a good deal. And, if you're not quite sure what to pay for items, you could do a little research on eBay and maybe even like Shopify or Poshmark and kind of Google some different items you would be interested in finding at a thrift store and look at the prices. So that way, when you go to the thrift store, you can, make an informed decision on whether it's a good deal or not to buy. And if you're just buying kind of for a few journals, it might be worth it versus you're trying to buy to make a whole bunch of journals. So that's a decision that you kind of have to make. One thing that I don't do that I need to remember to do is look at the clothing more because I can probably find some neat fabrics that I could use for journal covers and embellishments and things like that in my journals. But I tend to kind of skip over the clothes, and I did today on this visit, but I'll have to go back and try to remember to do that. But here's just another snippet of it goes on and on and on. So many different booths. And people sell new stuff, like handmade stuff as well as old stuff, and, newer items as well. So you never know what you're going to find, which is kind of, I think, is part of the fun of going to the Peddler's Mall because it's always something different every time you go there. I always do try to find my favorite vendors and if they're still there and grab them, grab up items from their booth because they usually have items that I'm interested in. Man, and I loved these tins. I was tempted to get one or get a couple of them to put above my kitchen cabinets. The colors were just so vibrant. I really like those. If I go back anytime soon, I might see if they're still there. But they probably won't be. Someone probably will have snagged them up. Well, I hope you enjoyed this shopping with me. And stay tuned and check out and see what I ended up purchasing. Well, I hope you enjoyed my going thrifting with me. Let me know if you'd like to see more of those types of videos. I think they're kind of fun, but I never know if people like to watch those. So let's take a little closer look at the things that I ended up buying. So I did pick up this nature gardening book. And I just couldn't pass it up. It was $6.99, which is a little more than I think I would normally buy or pay, but it is, almost 300 pages. But the size of this really intrigued me. It is like 11 inches, maybe 11 and a quarter tall, and it's about 6.5 inches wide, the cover. And then the pages they're right at 11, and then they are just under 6.5, the pages are. And the height, I just really like the height. And then I don't know if I would do like an altered book with this. That could be kind of fun because the cover is in really good shape. So that's a thought. And the book cover is actually in fairly
decent shape as well. Look, $24.99. I got it for $7. Not bad. I don't think this is vintage, if I remember. Let's see. No, it has to be a date somewhere. Let's see. 1995. So I guess, what is it? If it's older than 25 years, is that vintage? But look at some, I thought some of these pages were pretty, and they're not super shiny. There is a little bit of a sheen to them, and they're a really nice, kind of thick page. But I thought I could use these to make tags, and I think it is sewn in. Let me look. It's sometimes easier to check in the middle, more towards the middle of a book, if it's sewn in. Yeah, looks like it's sewn in. So that'll be fun to try to actually get some of these pages out as a folio. But look at that cute bird. So you can see why I couldn't pass it up. There's the owl. The pages are just, I couldn't get over how thick they were. Look at that cute little squirrel. I mean, come on. Look at that hummingbird. Don't really need to look at the worms. And these butterflies. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh, I really like this. It's called The Nature Company Guide Natural Gardening. And yeah, I did a quick flip through in the Peddler's Mall. But I definitely want to spend some more time. Is there a table of contents? Ah, here we go. So, creating a natural garden, gardening to attract wildlife, inhabitants and passers-by, the backyard habitat. And then back here it shows the West Coast, the mountains and basins, the desert Southwest, the prairies, the Northeast, and the Southeast. So, but I think these would make really cute journaling cards, these photos. I mean, I really like it. So many cool pages. So I have not looked this up on like Abe's Books or Half Price Bookstore. I don't know if it's out there. And I like that some of these pages are more hand-drawn, and I really like that too. So, okay, so that's that book. The next book I picked up for 50 cents is this exchange list for meal planning. I'm always looking for fun, cheap little cookbook and recipe type. I'll have to see if I can get that off without damaging the cover type books. And I just love the art on this, so hopefully I'll be able to get that off. The cover is separated, but I'm not too worried about it. And this looks like this is $19.95 also. I don't think I got these from the same vendor. I'm pretty sure I did not. But I loved the artwork in here. I thought they were really cute. Look at that. Cut those out, scan them, make them into tags. It's really pretty. But eat all you want on the vegetable list. Look how cute these images are. Yeah, for 50 cents, what a steal. And then I love all the bright colors on the borders too. They're just really pretty. Very retro, I think. So there's, you know, just 20, what is it, 30 pages. And the little index is even cute too. The font. Oh, and look, someone did some meal planning back here. They actually try to use this book. That's kind of cool. Oh, now the back is separated. And this is put on by the American Diabetes Association. Okay. But I really thought that was a fun book. And then along the cooking lines, so this one was only $2, but I thought this could be a fun book to make into a glue book. I don't know if you've seen Maddie. She has sold some glue books, and I have several different Better Homes and Gardens and Southern Living books, and for $2, I thought this was really cool. And again, the pages, I like the pages. This is 1983. And the font, I love the font. But some of these pages are pretty. And they're not super glossy either, which is good. But there's a lot of pretty images in here. And for $2, I couldn't really pass it up. So yeah, so it's cool. What the heck is that? Oh, deviled eggs. Oh, that olive's on there. It's like, what am I looking at? This reminds me of Kentucky there. The South. Yeah, that'll be fun to look through this one as well. So lots of good things. And oh, look at that fun image. Where'd that go? That is so cute. I like that. And then is this the Delta Queen? Oh, it doesn't say which one. Very cool. I like it. And then I was going to, in one booth, I think I showed some of this in the video. These, I was shocked that I came across these, and I had to get them. So there's 3 bags here, and they each have 30 milk bottle tops. And looks like it's new open stock in this one. But $3 each. I mean, I was like, yeah, yes, please. I'll take them. I just think they're so fun. And I'd been trying to build up my stash so I could kind of do some things with them. Oh, these are really cute. I have some of these already, so it's nice to add to them. Yeah, it looks like it's mainly those 3 in that bag. And I love the red and the green and the blue. So I'll probably list some of these in my Etsy shop. And I mean, I guess they're all new open stock, honestly, or they wouldn't be in this condition. Yeah, a lot of the same. Nice. Because these look the same also. Yeah. So that was really awesome. I had never found these out in the wild. So that was really cool. And then there's this one little booth. They had some different little hankies and doilies and stuff. And I couldn't pass up this little butterfly. Look how sweet that is. And I don't really see any staining either. So that would be fun. I think maybe to put on the cover of a journal. I'm thinking. And at that same booth, I saw this music fabric. So it was $3. And I think it's a yard. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a yard. But how fun is that? I'm really excited to play around with that. I'm going to try doing some scanning maybe with it, and then make some, maybe like a music journal or something with that. And then I very rarely find these in the wild. So I was excited to find these. So Ideals Mother's Day, and then Ideals Easter. And if you all have been subscribed for a while, you know that I just love these magazines. I mean, the paper, it's just such a nice quality. It doesn't crack when you bend it. And just the nostalgia of the magazine, I think, is what draws me in. And then the images. The images are just so pretty. So these will make some really cute pages for some Easter journals. Yeah. And then Mother's Day journals. Do you all sell Mother's Day journals? I mean, do people buy them? Look at that. Oof. Oof. Oh, look at these. Oh my gosh. Love, love, love. Some of our redbud trees have started to bloom here, which is cool. Finally seeing some signs of spring. And my daffodils, looks like my daffodils might be blooming pretty soon. Oh, these are really neat. Easter images. Ooh, those are really cool. I've been wanting to do kind of a more of a religious themed journal, but I haven't had a lot of, I don't have enough like materials and stuff. So that might actually turn out to be a good find. And then the last thing I picked up was this. I'd never seen these before. It's a ring-bound little music book, and it's like the teacher's book. And it was $4.69. And is there a year on here somewhere? 1956. But I loved the size of this. I mean, this is perfect to fold up and put into a signature, because they are 9 inches, so I'd have to trim them a little bit height-wise, and then 12 inches. So maybe, just trim them just a skosh. But I thought they were so cool. And I love all the music pages in here. I like the wording and the music. I think those are really cool. And they kind of talk about the music. So all kinds of different songs. So 167 pages. Let me know if you've seen these before. I had never seen them before. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. And I kind of even like this cover. And it was property of Louisville Public Schools. So I guess they used them in school. But wouldn't that be a cute journal cover? And that even would be a cute journal cover. So that is my haul. And I hadn't been to that Peddler's Mall in, gosh, a long, long time. And I am really glad that I had some time and was able to go and take you along with me. So let me know if you have any of these items, or if you have a favorite item. Oh gosh, it's hard to pick a favorite. I love the Ideals books. I think this music book, because it's so unique. But I do really like this gardening book too. And the butterfly. I mean, just look at that. All right, guys. A shout out to my YouTube members, Tracy and Jen and Janet. And shout out to all of my patrons. And thank you for those of you who have purchased from my Etsy shop. That means a lot to me as well. All right, guys. You all have a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.